Hello, what
Hey,
is up? What's going on, everybody? Y'all know what it is. You know what time it is. You know where we
it's
are.
Monday.
Y'all know what we doing. We would like to welcome y'all to another episode of Marriage is Real with your hosts, the one and only Jamie.
Why is it saying it's an error?
I don't know. Something's going on with it. Well, there you go.
We may not even be live.
We are.
Hey, Instagram. I don't know why it look blurry up there for some reason to me, but I don't know about that on their end.
Well, there you go. So we are here on January 1st, 2021. Where did I get 19 from? January 11th, 2021. So we want to welcome y'all to another episode of Marriage is Real with your hosts, Damien and Jamie. We are live pretty much everywhere, but we're having some stuff
like
going
it's just
on.
the Marriage is Real
Yeah,
page,
so
we'll just tripping. I don't know.
We'll just keep it moving. So let's see. Hang on. Okay, good. So we're live everywhere else. So we have been talking about CRAVE. And so tonight we are going to finish up CRAVE. We've been talking about that for the last few months. We've just done it in pieces. But before we get into that, let's just see where everybody's from. See, we got some people joining us on Facebook and looking for some people on Instagram. But how was everybody's weekend? Did y'all have this was an unprecedented week in
Happy
the
New
world.
Year to everybody.
Is this our first?
I think it is.
Is it?
I think so. We went Christmas, I think, before Christmas. Or maybe not. I don't remember. I don't know. But Happy New Year anyway. It's still
yeah, it is still.
The
we're
beginning
still
of
in
the new year.
First week of the year. You know what I'm saying? So
what a little iPod thing. You don't have it?
We've been doing it on your phone.
Oh, we did. I didn't even know.
So AM Cherry joining us. Thank you for joining us. Where are you from? Happy New Year's to you too. Thank you for joining us tonight. Yeah, man, this has been a crazy, crazy week. There's been a lot going on in the transition of if you haven't been into politics, this past week has been something that would force you to pay more attention than you normally would. I even had Jamie up with me. She started watching. I usually just keep her abreast of what's going on because she doesn't really get in all that kind of stuff. And I just watch it because it's interesting and just, I like to know what's going on. But this past week, she was up with me late watching CNN. I was like, what in the world is going on?
They just kept on coming with new stuff, new information, and breaking news this, and this person has resigned. And I'm like, oh, just turn it off. I can't go to sleep.
She couldn't. Last week, we were up about 2 or 3 in the morning. I'm like, what are you? I'm usually up watching this stuff by myself, but she was watching it with me, and I just
it was an accident. And see what had happened. Is I turned the TV on and it was just on that channel and it caught my attention. I'm like, what are you talking about? Chris Cuomo. And then it just from there, I just was on there for about 3 hours.
We've been looking at the Senate races and all kinds of stuff. But that Capitol stuff, man, that was wild.
Yeah. Shout out Georgia.
Shout out Georgia.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's what's up. I honestly was like, man, I don't know if it's gonna happen, but it worked out. I was like, man, they put a lot of work into everything that they did. Stacey Abrams and just that team, they've been working on this stuff for a long time, and it was a great effort on their part. But salute to the new senators Warnock and Ossoff in Georgia. And so congratulations to them, and hopefully we'll start seeing some things kind of change, I guess, if you can say that. What's going on, Project Skeeter? Thank you for joining us tonight on another Marriage Monday. Stay tuned. If y'all stick in with us through the end, we got some stuff we're going to do. We got a couple of giveaways. and the special announcement at the end. So if y'all hang in there with us, we're gonna talk about some stuff that you're
Hey,
not.
welcome, Project Skeeter. Thank you for joining us on Instagram.
So without further ado, I guess we can go ahead and get into everything here. So Crave. So we started talking about Crave. The game, I don't know.
Who playing? The playoffs?
The playoffs.
Oh, Lord. Well, we ain't in it, so
What's going on, Earl? Made for Marriage just joined. Thank you for joining us. So yeah, we're going to talk about Crave or finish up Crave tonight. So Crave, the C stands for communication. Talked about that for a while. Then we talked about the R for respect. You know, Jamie usually says
hey, Made for
RESPCT.
Marriage. Thank you for joining. I'm trying to do two things. I'm trying to stay here
She
and then listen to what you're
simulcasted.
saying.
So yeah, and then so the A is attraction
Slash arouse.
slash arouse. The last time we were live, we went on V, which is value, valuing your spouse. And so tonight we're gonna finish it with a big boom and E, execute. So
which that's really just simple and to the point, and it is what it says. Execute. Just like Nike, just do it.
yeah, so basically executing is action, putting it into play, starting to do what needs to be done. When you take all these things and put them together, uh, as Jamie said before, love is in action. You coming back? Where you going? Somebody said they're coming back. What's going on, NBC Classified? Thank you for joining us tonight. But yeah, to execute is an action, taking everything that we talked about and applying it. You can't believe for change within your marriage without execution. Right. Just like for for our people that are in the Bible, that are in the Bible and everything, faith without works is dead. You can't do anything with this, just thinking about it and meditating on it and just not taking any massive action. That's one of the biggest things that Tony Robbins talks about is that you have to take massive action.
Absolutely.
And so if you're going to have change in anything in your life, you have to execute it. You can't sit and say, I want some food and you want, I'm thirsty, but then you got the food and drink right in front of you, but you're not doing anything with it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You have to execute by putting that food and everything into your body, because otherwise it does you no good. The food could be sitting right there in front of you, but if you don't take it into yourself, you're not doing anything to make the situation better.
And execution starts with bless you. Execution starts with you, just like with everything, pretty much everything else in marriage. It starts with you. What are you going to do? What do you wake up in the morning thinking about? What actions do you take? It's just like with anything else. It's psychological. It all starts in your mind. It's your mentality about the world around you, your mentality about your relationship, about your marriage. So, start looking within yourself, but start asking yourself, okay, what can I do today to start to take this massive action or to start to execute on communicating, respecting my spouse, being attractive, and making sure that the attraction is still there and valuing the other person. Like, what can I do today to start to execute that?
Good. That's really good. And so I made a few notes here about some of the ways that you can go about executing in your marriage. Sometimes it's an easy concept to talk about, but it's not always. I mean, it could be hard to apply it. So we've got a couple of things that we want to talk about, how you can go about executing in your marriage. Did you have anything you wanted to say before I go into
I just interject.
So first thing, number one, sharpen your focus. So if you're going to execute on something, you have to sharpen your focus. Focus on answers and solutions whilst not allowing the issues to overshadow. Sometimes this can be difficult, especially when someone's feelings are hurt, or they may feel that they're being wrong. So when you are executing, you want to make sure that you stay focused on what the issue is that you're trying to implement, what you're trying to fix within the relationship. But sometimes, if someone has been hurt within the relationship, they could feel, if they feel wrong or that they haven't been treated fairly, hurt feelings could have you to focus and harp on those things. And one thing you have to work on doing is not getting caught in the cycle of what that person did to you.
Right.
You got to definitely acknowledge it, but don't stay there, because at all times you have to do your best with trying to be solution minded.
Right. Right. That's good.
Yeah.
Because you can know what to do. It's just all it's all in doing it. Like, I know what to do, and people like it's not like, rocket science, but it's all in you making the choice and the decision to actually take the step, take the action. So if you have to schedule yourself and set yourself reminders. It may sound crazy, like set yourself a reminder to say, buy her flowers, or kiss him, go give him a hug, give her a compliment, stroke his ego, pat him on the back, whatever the case is. Because like I said, sometimes you know what to do, sometimes you just don't do it. And for me, like we talk about love languages a lot of times, if that's not your thing, if it's not natural for you, or if it's not something that was modeled for you and you weren't privy to those type of situations, then sometimes it's not top of mind. Even though you can know what to do and you should, you could literally just not think about it. And it's no malice. You're not trying to be funny. It's just like, that just ain't, like, for instance, how many people set alarms to drink water, or they keep this big jug and they say, okay, by 9 a.m. I need to be here, by 11 a.m. I need to be here. That's the same thing you have to do in your marriage when you're trying to execute things so that you all can ultimately crave each other, so that the marriage can be successful. So do what you got to do to make it happen.
That's good. And so also making sure, this is kind of like a sub point under there. When you're staying focused, is try to keep things as simple as possible. Um, don't make finding a solution more difficult than it has to be, and try not to live in the past. What are we really dealing with? What is the issue that we're trying to fix? And how can we work as a cohesive unit to figure out how to fix this thing? Keep it as simple as possible.
Right.
And sometimes another thing that you could do when you're keeping it simple is try not to involve a lot of people in the execution of what you're trying to do, because what another person could do is bring in their issue and their hurt into the relationship. And so whereas Jamie and I may have been working on a solution, if we involve her mother or my father, based on where they are, they could be like, well, no, that's not going to work because, I've been married longer than you, and so on and so forth. So now you're making you're diluting the issue, and you're making it more difficult than it has to be. And now the resolution that both of you guys are seeking may be harder, because now you've made it more difficult.
Right.
What's up, Johnny? I see you coming through.
You want to make sure that you, again, that goes back to your mindset and your, being intentional about what you're doing. So in doing that, you have to be mindful of who you're talking to, who you letting talk to you, what you watching, what you listening to, like that's all good. Of those things. Be very intentional about, right. Be very intentional about what you are trying to achieve within the relationship. Like, if the thing I'm trying to do is make my relationship better, or we want our marriage to be better, okay, be intentional about that. Okay, what steps can I take? Reverse, like they say, reverse engineer. Okay, this is where we want to be. So let's see what we can do to start from where we want to be. I mean, having a mindset of where we want to be, but reverse engineering. So like, where are we now? And where can we start now to eventually get to where we want to be? That's like with anything. If you just flip this from just your marriage, if you think about any type of goal that you set, anything that you have to execute on, it's pretty much the same thing. It's just changing your mind and shifting your focus over to the relationship versus this car wash that you're trying to start. You know what I'm saying? You are very intentional. You set your goals. You set reminders. You got to make sure you talk to these people. I ain't going to talk to them because I ain't going to tell them about what's going on because they going to tell me that's a waste of money or I don't need to do that. It's the same thing with your relationship. Yeah. So just, just to piggyback off of what you said, just being careful and mindful of the people that you're talking to.
That's good. Thank you, Caption by the Artist. She said, come on, Jamie.
Hey, Dispenser. Thank you, girl.
So what other ways can we execute within our marriage? Let's try this one. Build your competence.
Okay.
I just like giving it to her like that sometimes. No, but building your confidence.
Today,
your competence. Oh, you don't have your
Jenny, somebody help me.
Use your mouse pad.
That thing is flimsy. It ain't gonna fan nothing.
So what I mean by building your competence is be a student of your spouse. Be competent about when you're dealing with your spouse. Learn and know what they need and help them to flourish in the relationship. I hate when I can't read what I wrote.
Yeah, you saying right. It is so bad.
Be a student of your spouse. Learn and know what they need to flourish and how you can assist them in being their best selves. I wrote that myself.
No,
that sounds good.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, you got to be a student of your spouse. You know what I'm saying? Like I should know her favorite color is burgundy.
Who's favorite color burgundy?
Yours.
No, it's not.
See, that's how you're not being a student of your spouse. You see what I'm saying? So learn what they are. Take an interest in the things that are important to them. Figure out what makes them tick. Hopefully you've done a lot of this legwork before you get married. But I will tell you, as long, when you've been with someone over a certain period of time, those things can change.
They sure do.
You know what I'm saying?
They go. I'll venture to say they're going to change. All I'm saying, 20 years, because if you think about if y'all got married young, even if you were like 20, 21, if 25 years later, you almost 50. You are not the same person that you was when you was 21.
And let me say, thank God that I'm not the same person I was when I met her. Otherwise, there would be no marriage is real.
I ain't know. Oh no.
Marriage would be fake.
Marriage would be done. Marriage would be through.
Yeah. So yeah, be a student of your spouse. Learn about what's important to them, what makes them tick, what speaks to them. Because one of the things that Jamie came up with is that marriage should be healing. It should be healing in the relationship, and we do a lot of research and everything in the relationship space, and one of the things we hear is that and we wholly agree with you being whole when you come into the marriage, but there are definitely some perks and some benefits with being married to the right person.
It should be.
You know what I'm saying?
It should be. There should be some benefit to you coming together with somebody. Like if it's like, well, if I can do this by myself, then what do I need you for? At some point, that person there's something about them that you want for you to want to be with them every day, all day, and be committed to this relationship. Even for these people that's been together 30 years and they ain't never been married. Okay, whatever, you married, you just never did it under God. Because if you were with the same person for 30 years and y'all exclusive, I mean, just like Oprah and Stedman, they married. Okay, y'all ain't never went and did that to church. Y'all ain't never, whatever. But Oprah and Stedman are together. So the same tactics and the same things that we use in our relationship or married couples, if they're going to be together and they've decided we're going to be in this, what is it called? Is it platonic relationship? And placenta. Platonic relationship, and we're going to be exclusive to one another, then these same rules and principles apply to that relationship. Otherwise, they ain't together either.
Except for when it comes to money.
I mean, well, yeah. I mean, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about something that's that tangible like that. I'm talking about core values of a relationship. The core values when it comes to people, like the inner workings of how people connect with each other. It's the same stuff. Even if, and this is why I say, because even if it's a friend, like your best friend, what makes your best friend your best friend? It's something about them. There's a connection. There's a chemistry. There's something that you guys share. If you feeling a way, or you feeling down, or whatever, let me call him a girl, or let me call old boy, let me call my homeboy and tell him, I'm gonna talk to such and such. You know what I'm saying? And he could maybe give you a perspective, from a man's point of view that your wife couldn't do for you. But there are reasons why we choose certain people to be in our lives. So I'm just saying, with anything, it is something flying in here and it's getting on my nerves. But with anything that we decide to do, or anybody that we decide to be in any type of relationship with, it takes principles, it takes execution, it takes all of these things, communicating with one another, respecting each other. I don't know about the attraction and the arousal and stuff like that, but I guess it just depends, but valuing the relationship and valuing that person at some point, you don't want to be in a one-sided relationship with anybody, because I don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so just in everything that we're saying today, take action. Be aggressive, like the children used to say, be aggressive. But I mean, no, I'm joking. But be aggressive. Yeah, but be aggressive about what you're trying to accomplish. Because so many people say, "Oh, I'm so tired of being in this relationship. I've been miserable for such and such years, and we ain't been happy for." Okay, so what do you do? Do you just continue to sit in your misery? Or is it at some point you're gonna take action, you're gonna do something, you're gonna talk to them, or you're gonna move around? It's like just like being at a job. If every day you hate this job, you know what I'm saying, you've been there 10 years, it's like, I hate this, I've been hating this job for 5 years. Okay, well then you're gonna just continue to hate the job, and are you gonna try to do something different? Are you gonna try to go to school, get some the degrees, get some accolades, get a certification to move to do something else? But it all starts with you taking some steps to resolve.
That's good. And because taking action is the same thing as execution. I like how you brought that all back full circle.
Right. That's absolutely what I'm saying.
That's good. All right. So we talked about sharpening your focus so far. We're talking about the E in CRAVE, which is execute. It was your
it's my phone, but I don't know. I keep doing it.
The E in execute, sharpening your focus, keeping it simple, building your competence. The next thing that you want to do is get systematic.
Okay. So, like I said, schedule.
Right.
Making the schedule.
What practices can we put in place to help us to execute? What things, what's like you said, what systems can we put in place to help us to execute the things that we need to do? And how can we be better in our relationship? One of the things that we do is we have town hall meetings. That's one of the biggest ways that we execute within our marriage, is talking about stuff like, yo, what's going on? Like, sometimes you can feel it. You can feel that it's time to have one. Sometimes it's just like, the vibe is off, something just.
You got to check in.
You got to check in, and then
check the pulse of the relationship.
Yes. Check the pulse of the relationship. Okay, let's talk about it. What's going on? Why are we not vibing? What are you feeling? What are you thinking? That's one of the things that we do, is we call it town hall meetings, just kind of where we get together. No finger pointing, no it's a safe space for you to put everything out on the table.
Right.
And so that's one of the main things we do. Another way that you can practice, that you can put in place to help build and undergird your marriage, is date nights.
I was just gonna say.
You know what I'm saying? It hasn't been easy during the global pandemic, but you got to make time for each other without the kids. I saw this meme yesterday, as a matter of fact, and I want to say that Beyonce's mom posted it, when you're trying to, spend time or dance with your daughter. I mean, dance with your spouse. And so you see the picture, it's two parents, and it's a boy latched on to the mama. So the daddy is behind the boy, but they dancing.
That was Kelly Rowland.
Oh, there you go. That was Kelly Rowland. I was like, that boy looked like he was about 15. His legs was long in the
Yeah, that was Kelly Rowland and her husband.
But that was fun and that was cute, I guess. But you gotta make time where you can be with your spouse alone. That alone time, I'm not just talking about sexual. The intimacy piece is very important to a relationship. It creates communication. It creates openness. It creates safe space and vulnerability, a safe space and vulnerability. So you got to start doing that. That's another way that you can check in with your spouse is date night. Even if it's, putting the kids to bed, making a picnic on the floor, lights out on, drink your wine or fuzz, be Topo Chico,
or Martinelli's sparkling cider.
You get that and you just sit up and you just engage with each other. You just connect with each other and build that intimacy. You can still go to the parks. I think you can still go to the parks right now.
Yeah.
Go to the parks, feed the ducks. That used to be fun.
It's cold. It just snowed. We ain't going to no park.
Well, if you're on the East Coast, they might still go to the park. Because they was laughing at our snow. We got some snow there. For us, we got a foot of snow yesterday, but it was probably wasn't even an inch, right?
No.
But
they didn't even stick that long.
It was funny. This happens every year. Every time we have snow, the next morning you get the school closings and you get we're starting school late. People from the East Coast literally laugh at us. They're like, "Yo, y'all, are you serious?" You know what I'm saying? But we going to
the precious commodity there. We like, it's snowing.
We going to the store buying up all the bread and the water and the weenies and chili because we don't know how long we gonna be in that. It
snowed here in like 6 years, 6 or 7 years.
Michael said 5. She told me 5.
It's something like that. So any kid that's 5 and under, they ain't never seen no snow.
And that was so cool because I was seeing people's posts on Facebook and they were their grandkids and their babies and like this is their first time they've ever seen snow. It's really fun when you see the little bitty ones, the hip babies, and they looking like, what the hell is this? They just looking up in the sky and even the pets. I saw pets excited about the snow. They was rolling around in the snow and everything like that. It was pretty funny. But yeah, just make sure that you're creating that intimacy, that space. Another way, sub part is the love languages. That's how you can execute. Finding out what your spouse's love language is. You know what I'm saying? We're big proponents of the love language. If you haven't taken it, the test is free. You can go to 5lovelanguages.com. And then once you and your partner do it, it's important that you do it together because what we have a tendency to do is treat someone like they're the love language, our love language. Right. Like mine is physical touch. So I'll be like this. And she like, why are you touching me? Because that's my love language. No, it doesn't work like that. She don't want me to touch her like this. Now for me, right now, see that if she was doing me like that, I'd just be like, huh? But it don't bother me at all. So one of hers is acts of service. So, she likes for me to do things for her. Like yesterday, like I get in these moods where I want to like clean stuff, like really not that I'm dirty, y'all, but like I start. Why your eyes get big when I said that?
Cause I'm listening to what you saying.
Whatever. So I will like clean stuff that ain't just regular cleaning stuff, like going and organizing the pantry or going under the sink and what's the stuff under the
island?
Yeah, what's that stuff called?
Appliances.
Yeah, organizing the appliances, and I've been doing all of that since the last couple of weeks, and she appreciates that.
You have no idea.
I don't really get it.
That speaks to me. That speaks to my heart. Do you hear me? That speaks to my. Don't give me no flowers. I don't want none of that. Look, do the pantry. Organize eyes underneath the cabinet. You know what I'm saying? Like that you love me, don't you? See that speaks to me.
I guess so.
I love it.
So when you have when you're dealing with uh the artist she said that's hers
It's
too, acts of
XC,
service.
my kindred spirit over there.
You know what I call it? I call it slavery. Nah, I'm playing. Like, dang, you always want me to do something. Can my act of service be sitting down? Shoot. And this was funny. When somebody when their love language is acts of service, they are very particular about how they want things.
Don't even
I
start.
saw you
Don't
on your
even
eyes.
start.
You ought to see us, y'all. When she be on one, she be going through here. Me and the kids be like this.
It's not that we want it done a particular way. If anybody that has love languages, acts of service is one of the key principles to that being your love languages. Don't give me extra stuff to do. Like, I don't mind doing, but don't give me extra stuff on top of the stuff that I was already gonna do. And now I only have to do this because of what you did. So okay, so acts of service, do your part, and everybody happy. You know what I'm saying? Like this all.
Specifically, the person that likes acts of service, they're really happy. Johnny said it is slavery. I slave today. That's right, bro.
Whatever.
And what caption about what did the artist say?
That's true. Do it the right way.
No, she said something above that.
No, she
She
didn't.
said, "Call it what you want."
Oh, okay. I didn't do that.
What's up, Stay Page? Thank you for joining us tonight.
Hey, Stay Page.
Y'all stick in. We got an announcement for y'all when we at the end. But so make sure you're doing your 5 love languages. Do what your partner wants, not what you like. Those are 2 totally different things. Dropping the ball.
What their love language is.
Yeah, that's what
don't mistake the fact that your love language is words of affirmation. So I'm like, I'm always confirming and affirming you, and they like, okay, but that doesn't make them feel loved. That's what makes you feel loved. So the fact that they're not doing it could make you feel some type of way, because we have a tendency to project our love language onto them. Right. Like for me, I would always be doing stuff for him. Like, you want me to massage your back? You want me to make your plate? I'm just always, and he was like, no, you ain't gotta do that. No. And I'm like, why would you want me to that? But that's not his love language. So okay, well, that's better for me. I'm gonna sit on down.
I'm a very self-sufficient kind of person. I just am.
He is now.
Whatever.
He is now.
Whatever. I've been that way. But
That's real.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you made me lose my train of thought. But so mine is physical touch. So you don't got to do everything for me, but physically touch me.
What's his love language? The sense of girl. It's too many of them, because he got like 3 of them that are all. I thought
it was 2.
It's 3 of them that are all the same number, equal. Words of affirmation, quality time. And,
oh yeah, that's true.
And their physical touch. Physical touch came up first, and then it was quality time and words of affirmation. All 3 of them were the same exact number. And I was like, and my acts of service was, it way outnumber everything else. You ain't got to say nothing to me. You ain't got to touch me. So
no, don't say don't touch you, because you about, well, the massages is an act of service. So
I'm saying now. Hold on.
Never mind. She said I'm just like her husband.
Oh my God. So we like I said, we are kindred spirits. So you feel me over here. You feel me. But yeah, so but based to what you were saying, to your point about having that date night and creating that space to be vulnerable. If you haven't taken the love language test, this is a great thing to do together on a date night. Find to do. Play games. They got these new cards out. I think they call lust languages or something like that. And they have like these games that you can ask each other questions.
Send us some cards.
Yes, we would love to do that. You can ask each other questions that you never would have really thought about. Sometimes we'll go and get a magazine, and they have like people that were interviewed, and we'll just ask each other these questions that the interviewee ask this particular guest or whomever it was, but it's just something that's thought provoking, stuff that you ain't did before, so you can break up the monotony, because sometimes it gets stale and you be in a rut and you just like, and then you'll feel like, what's going on? Like, what's the deal? Like, what's going on with me? What's going on with us? Why are we not connecting? Why are we like not? And sometimes, like the first thing I said when I started this
Hey,
is
Angela.
Start with you. Because sometimes it could be something that you are dealing with personally that's making your mentality around the relationship different, or making you think about the relationship differently because of something that you're dealing with internally. And I'm raising my hand first, because sometimes when we're unhappy or when we're unfulfilled or when we're trying to find our purpose, and some people going through a midlife crisis, it's easy to project that onto the relationship, like, I'm just not happy in this marriage. But it's not necessarily the marriage, it's something that you're dealing with personally. So
of you course, could be unhappy in yourself,
right? Okay. And of course your marriage is a part of proverbially, but you start to project that onto everything in your life. Well, ooh, these kids getting on my nerves, they ain't gonna live with their daddy, or whatever it is. But look inward first, because anytime you're gonna execute and start anything, you have to start with you. Because if you got some issues, you can't really execute nothing. You can't really start, because you're gonna always be doing this, looking at everybody else and what they need to do and how they need to fix, when it starts with us first.
Angela said her husband's love language is physical touch as well.
Yeah.
Touch him.
Most of them, girl, and I'm not, and people think physical touch is sex. A lot of times people think it's sex, but I've come to realize, thank you, Lord Jesus, that it's always sex. Sometimes they just want you to sit on their lap or rub their arm.
Put my head in your bosoms.
Okay, and that too. Rub their back, just something physical where they're feeling like your presence, just being near.
That feminine energy is real.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. I don't know. I need male energy in my life. So, but yeah, so I'm happy that physical touch is just not the doing it. But the doing it is a part of it as well.
It is.
So let's see. Divinity Pest Johnny says, I had to wash dishes. Yeah, I messed them up. I was hungry, but I just got off. She was like, who gonna wash that? I just washed them, and she smiled. That's right, Johnny. Did you think you was just gonna come in there and mess with the kitchen? Then you weren't gonna wash your dishes? I'm just saying, like, and this is off topic, but it's kind of on topic because of what you said. A lot of people say, somebody said, rub my hair.
Johnny said it.
Boy, that's physical touch. Some people do like that.
I like that too.
But you do. And I'm like, what's you want to rub your dreads? I mean, but whatever works.
Grease my scalp.
You tripping. But what was I saying? You got me all off topic with that. Oh, we was talking about dishes. Oh, people say, well, if he cooked for you and he made this extensive meal and did all this, the least you could do is wash the dishes. Because if you cook this whole meal, like I had this kitchen, spick and span, you cook this whole meal, you use every pot and in there. So we didn't sit down and had this meal, then you walk in the kitchen, and I'm looking like this is gonna take me an hour to clean up. My love language is acts of service, so that doesn't make me feel loved. Because if you wanted to make me this meal, then everything that goes along with making this meal would be the meal was for me. Not the meal was for me and then wash these dishes, because then once I had to wash the dishes, that kind of like
you don't feel love.
It discounted the meal, because like you done gave me all this work. I would have rather us went and got takeout. I'm just saying. But let's see. Somebody there was
stay page.
Let's see. My thing I don't know why I keep clocking. So somebody, wife is love language is acts of service, receiving gifts and quality time. Oh, stay page. You got some work. You got some work, bro. I wish mine was receiving gifts. Like somebody just give me something and I'd be happy. But I don't like gifts like that. Like I like to just get my own stuff. Probably because I can be indecisive.
She do, and it take her forever.
Because I need to.
Like if you tell me you want something, guess what? I'm gonna get it.
Don't get it. I'm gonna go get it. No, because I don't be telling you nothing specific. If I say I want an office chair, he'll just go buy any office chair.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna research it.
But it doesn't.
But see, she got.
But it's for me.
But she, hold on. But see, she the one. She don't buy nothing off the internet. She just started buying stuff off the internet.
You can't buy no office chair
in 2021. Now, not just that. She might buy, like the other day. She bought this. She bought a mouse. She'll buy something like that, but she ain't gonna buy. She ain't gonna buy no clothes. She ain't gonna buy none of that stuff offline.
Because I need to touch it and feel it and see how it
fits. I ain't gotta do all that.
I need to see how that fabric gonna fall on me. I'm sorry. I'm just different like that.
Lakita says, "Say that, sis. Clean up sounds just like me."
See, thank y'all that I ain't out here in these streets by myself. I'm saying it just people be like, "You wrong for that." Well, I'm gonna be wrong. Lord forgive me, but I don't want to clean up this kitchen for no hour. And I had just did that. Somebody said the husband's physical touch and words of affirmation. Yeah, that's true. That's like yours. But a lot of men are physical touch and words of affirmation because they like to hear that they're doing.
Keep on.
They're doing great things and that they're happy. I mean, that you happy about what they're doing. They want you to. And I never understood this, but now I think I understand it more because of the love languages with all of the how do they say, stroking the ego and all that kind of stuff. And I just used to be like, well, for me, I don't need you to say, oh my God, baby, the way you vacuumed this floor was amazing. Like, I don't need you to say that to me. Like, okay, thanks, I guess. I mean, but sometimes not necessarily just men, but people whose love language is words of affirmation, they love for you to affirm that what they did matters to you, or that you saw it and that you are appreciative of it, because they used to be a problem for me. Like, everything that you do, you don't have to bring it to my attention so that I can give you accolades. It's like, did you do it because you wanted to do it, or did you just do it so I can say, good job? I'm like, okay, well, thank you. I don't know what else to say. But now I realize, through doing the love language stuff, that's just his love language. He likes to be affirmed. So
yeah, you can affirm my body too. High five. Okay, moving along. The other thing, okay, we said get systematic. And this is actually my last point, I think. Give what you want.
Right.
I'll repeat that. Give what you want. If there is something that you want and desire out of your spouse, be willing to give what it is that you want.
That's kind of contradictory to what we just said about love languages, because if I want you to do acts of service for me and I do it for you, that don't mean you're going to do it for me.
That's not what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying, but I'm just saying it sounds contradictory. So y'all understand what we're saying. Basically, it starts with you.
When I'm saying give what you want, I am talking about if you want love.
Hey, family for a lifetime.
Thank you.
Donald and Abby.
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
That's my family. Hey, y'all.
Took it right out of my mouth.
See, you know, that sound real counterintuitive.
I'm talking about, like, when I'm saying that, I'm talking about like the golden rule: do as unto others as you would do unto yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Take care of what it is that, something that you want. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, if I
like respect and
like
value,
being
and
kind and things of that nature. I'm not put the love languages like over here. So that's not that particularly.
Just happened to have this point came out.
Hey, Abby. Yeah, so it just fell that way. Always be willing to do that. And the main point that I want to say about that, when you're giving, is give grace.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That really encompasses everything, because
so give the other person grace.
Right.
Is basically what
you will hear us say that a billion times.
Yeah.
You gotta give your spouse some room to mess up.
Right.
Because nobody walking this earth is perfect. Mm-hmm. And the one that was doing that,
he gone.
They killed him.
He gone. And people be hating on perfection, don't be doing that. But he was the only one, but whatever.
She said, the artist said, go deeper, it ain't clicking. When I'm talking about giving, I'm talking about giving in a sense of love and grace and things of that nature. Stuff that, like, if you feel as though you want kindness, you know what I'm saying? Be kind. If you want, you put out into the atmosphere what you want to give back. If you want,
and like you said earlier, the golden rule. Because one thing that they say about marriage is like, and they say it usually kind of starts with the guy, the man, but sometimes it can be the woman, that you are really a mirror reflection of each other. And sometimes you're wondering, like, why he acting like that? Or why she doing it? And it could be a mirror reflection of something that you're putting out there that you don't even realize that you're doing. And we tell this story a lot because, well, early on, when we first got married, we went on a staycation, like a vacation. We went to like the cabins in Oklahoma, and we were, kind of recording each other. It was just me and him. And we went fishing. He took me on the boat.
We had a camcorder.
I am a city girl. Okay. So we on this boat. We had an actual video recorder, this big old video recorder in this boat. I had on my sunglasses. I didn't look woozy at all. But so anyway, we were just kind of taking turns recording each other, stuff like that. Didn't think nothing of it. We got back home and watched the video back and was like, ugh, like, that's how you talk to me? That's how I talk. That's how we, you know what I'm saying? And he almost couldn't watch the whole thing.
I turned it off.
Because you didn't realize. And then this is during the time where he wanted us to get counseling. He wanted a counselor to come.
I thought this was after that.
No, this was before.
Really?
Yeah.
We went to we did go to the cabin when we lived out. Okay.
Yeah, so he wanted us to get counseling because he was talking about how I was doing these things and she's this way and she ain't doing this. But then when you look back at this video, it's like, oh, shoot. She probably like that because she's just responding to me in kind. So if I want her to be away, it has to start with me. Sometimes it has to start, like I just said when we first started. Start with you. The execution starts with you. So if you want, like he was saying, if you want something from your spouse, give it to them in the way of kindness. What I don't even know what
forthrightness,
communication.
Yeah.
Sometimes you be like, why they don't open up? Why they don't ever talk? Well, when he asks you something, you be like, nothing. You don't talk. You know what I'm saying? So you just have to know that sometimes it could be it could be a mirror reflection of one or the other person, if that makes sense. But that was a true example that we weren't even trying to do that. Just watched it back and was like, oh my God. And my mom used to tell me, I don't like the way he talked to you. But I was like, what? But me being me, I had a mouth. I was gonna pop off. So it didn't matter what he was saying because I'm gonna pop back, so it didn't, for me, I didn't see it. But watching it back, I'm like, oh, that don't look good. I bet people like, oh, how they married? But anyway, did that help you?
She said, gotcha.
Okay, good.
There's a comment right about
Let's see. So, family for a lifetime. Abby says, giving grace is so true. I learned before I could give him grace, I needed to know how to give it to myself first. Oh, that's so good. That's almost like saying you can't love somebody until you learn how to love yourself and that type of thing. But you have to absolutely be kind and give yourself grace, because if you don't teach yourself, if you don't know how to do that for yourself first, it is hard to do that for someone else. You know what I'm saying? Then you could kind of start feeling resentful or holding them in contempt because I'm doing something for you I don't even do for me. You know what I'm saying? But that was a really great point. Thank you for that. That's good. Give yourself grace first.
Abby dropping them gems.
Yes, indeed.
Major keys.
Family for a lifetime. Y'all check them out. Family for a lifetime. I love it.
I think she like you. Captured by the artist. She on your team.
Team I already said we can't just spell it. We already know this.
She talking about thank you, Jamie.
And
you know I'm playing.
Thank you, Abby. Yeah. So
that was a great point, Abby. Thank you so much.
But yeah, so I mean, y'all, this is stuff, and that's why I say this is stuff that we live through and we're living. We
have messed up a lot. Mainly me.
God ain't done with us yet. I have to. It ain't just you. But the one thing that we talk about a lot of times is men and women, and people don't like to hear this. But most times, I'm not going to say all, but most times, women are more pliable than men. And we go into the relationship trying to be a way. trying to be accommodating, trying to be this wife and this woman and this, ideal person for our spouse. But when it's not reciprocated, or when you're not in that leadership position, or the core values and the core things that we need aren't being, excuse me, aren't being, we don't feel like we're receiving that, then it's very easy for you not to be that way no more. So it's like,
you tried it, it ain't work.
Yes, I tried, and I found out that this ain't gonna work for me. You know what I'm saying? Because
up to and including the marriage,
it's not, because it doesn't appear that it's fair, for lack of a better word. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to do this and be this, and a lot of times we're trying to do and be what we heard, what we learned, and it wasn't always right. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I always start with me. I'm thinking, here I am, I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm at home, I'm going to school, I'm working, I'm doing all these things, trying to be a helpmeet and do all this stuff. And it's like, that just was not good enough. Like, not only was it not good enough, it wasn't, he wasn't happy and I wasn't happy, because I was trying to be something that somebody told me, this wife that they told me I was supposed to be, but not recognizing for our marriage, that didn't work. He didn't care if I cooked every day. He didn't care if because my thing was, look, I'm tired. I done cooked, I done cleaned, I done been to work, I done been to school. We got a little baby. I can't do all this. But all he wanted to do was spend time with me. But because I'm trying to be this wife, I wasn't even giving him what he needed out of the relationship. Not knowing I could have just picked up some Burger King, you know what I'm saying? And just
dropped it.
What you mean dropped it?
Like it's hot.
Oh Lord, but that's right. That's true. The dude would rather have, sex than have some meatloaf. That it took me 3 hours to make this meatloaf. He don't care. He would rather y'all do some other stuff elsewhere and pick up some checkers. You know what I'm saying? So, let me speak for my husband. Let me say that for us. So somebody said, oh, she said, absolutely love this combo. Y'all welcome. You're welcome. She said, Jamie, you all up on my street. This was me. God had to snatch me all the way up. Why you ain't tell me this years ago, sis?
we need to connect, y'all. Yeah.
Girl, and that's why we do this, and that's why I love what y'all do, because you have to know what works for your relationship. We always say, do y'all, whatever works. Like, people be like, don't be having them baby sleeping in the bed with you. Well, if me having my baby sleeping in the bed with me ain't hurting my marriage, don't tell me what to do. I put this baby over here when it's time to get busy. And when we finish, the sheets clean, I'm going to go get the baby and put her back. Do what works for your marriage. But people want to tell you, well, girl, let me tell you, men ain't like that. When you married, you ain't going to be able to do this. There are fundamental things, absolutely. But everything is not cookie cutter.
You cannot paint it with the same stroke.
It's not black and white. It really is not. So
to her point of what she was saying about what it is, what she thought and understood of being a wife. Same thing with me. We don't understand how much our domestication affects who we are and what we become within the four walls of our marriage.
Right.
And that's why we say all the time that you have to create your own culture.
Right.
You have to have your own culture within your marriage if your marriage is going to survive.
Right.
There are a lot of people and a lot of relationship therapists. There are a lot of coaches. And me, when this go off, we talk about this. We research. We talk to other people. We do all these different types of things. But one thing I want y'all to know about us is take what's for you and spit out the bone. Because who we are and the way that we roll may not work for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So we try not to make a lot of blanket statements about this. If you do this, this is going to work, because it doesn't work for everybody.
That's why we say most of the time, because there are some one-off situations.
In some cases, you know what I'm saying? There are always exceptions to the rule.
Absolutely.
Make sure, because one of the there's a couple that we've been coaching, and that's one of the things we told them, because they both came from specific religious backgrounds, and they had things that the guy's father told him, strong belief systems, and the wife's mother and their families. And we were like, you guys have to create your own culture the way that it is, and you have to stand for each other in your marriage, in your relationship.
Right.
Her mom knows she can say only certain things to her. And my dad knows he can only say certain things because we've created
about me and about him.
Right, because we've created a culture of this is how it is. We are on team. We're on the same team all the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we built this foundation of respect that people understand and know that this is the way it goes with them.
Right. Absolutely.
And we're one. If she moves, I move just like that.
That's what the song says. But so basically,
thank you, Kane, the coach. I like your content too. Content is dope.
So we've been on for a minute, but just to kind of reiterate what we were saying, execution is key to everything. Y'all, I don't know if anybody follows Gary Vee. He always says ideas are SHIT. Like, it doesn't matter if you have an idea, if you never do anything to take action to start. Like, you can say, you know what, I got a good idea. What I'm gonna do is ... Okay, but when you gonna do it and how you gonna do it and when you gonna start it? Because if you don't, it's just always an idea.
And that's one thing that he says, I don't have a problem giving anybody information, because 90% of the people that he gives information to, they don't do anything about it. So the thing that if you even get one thing out of what we're saying tonight, take something and execute it. Find something and execute it. And once you do it, you'll have an idea of if it works or not. Well, that may have worked for Damon and Jamie, but that ain't working for us. Our marriage ain't real. No, it's real. It's just real different. You know what I'm saying?
It's different.
I'm sorry, baby. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I forgot I was gonna say, but that was funny. What was I gonna say? What was you saying? Dang, that, but it was something else.
Well, why are you thinking? We got another comment.
Okay, so yeah, y'all told us years ago, but I wanted a formula to follow instead of seeking God for myself. When he and I both went to God for ourselves, things drastically improved. When I say, Abby, high five, sis, execution, like she said, that is, if you don't go for yourself, don't be worried about what he did, what she doing. The first thing is, I'll say this. Most people have a limiting belief system when it comes to their marriage. You look at stuff on TV or you look at a couple and you're like, man, I like their relationship. We ain't gonna never be like that. Well, if you say that and if you think that, you won't be. That's why one of the things that I read this somewhere, and that's why I'm saying when we did value, I said I was gonna do value slash vision. Have a vision for your marriage. What do you want it to be like? Do you want y'all to wake up in the morning every morning and kiss each other and say good morning? Do you want y'all to sit?
We don't.
Right. Do y'all sit down? Because some people like to kiss in the morning when they wake up. That's great. That's not what we do.
That don't work for
We've
us.
Never done that. We brush our teeth. That's just how we do. We've always been that way. Some people want to get up in the morning. Let's sit down if you can on a Saturday or Sunday. I want to wake up and just let's sit down at the table and have breakfast. But in your mind, you don't believe that your marriage can be that way. You see these couples that are doing like TikToks and videos and they dance together and they having fun and you like,
that's cool.
We ain't gonna never be able to be like that. Okay, you have a limiting belief system for your marriage. So what you have to do, number one, is change that, because anything is possible. And like Abby said, go to God for you first, because the reason why you feel like your marriage may never be that way, it may be because of the way that you're thinking about yourself. And I ain't that type of person. I'll be dancing around and stuff. You don't know, your spouse may want you to dance with them. You don't know, because vulnerability in marriage is hard. So that thing that once you are vulnerable with him or her and open up, that could just create so much, like, it could just revolutionize your relationship. It's like, man, I didn't know that. And like you said earlier, to the point of people change. What y'all used to not do or not want to do, now it's like, you know what, that does sound fun. Let's try that. Maybe let's try going dancing. Let's go take swing dancing lessons or whatever. But make sure you don't have a limiting belief system for yourself and for your marriage, and be you minded. Everybody say, well, in marriage, it's about the other person. That's true to a certain extent, because it starts with you first. Start with yourself. Work on me. Work on Jamie. When I started working on me, it just, like she said, it changed everything. Because when I work on me, then I'm like, okay, I'm not quick to anger. I'm not quick to speak. I ain't quick to judge. You know what I'm saying?
And
now I understand.
And there's enough work within yourself.
Come on now.
That can last you a lifetime.
A lifetime. Self-mastery takes a lifetime. It really does. Yeah. So then not only you trying to self-master yourself, now you add another person to the equation. That's some stuff.
Because I'm telling y'all, you know you. You do know you. You know you be tripping. You know you. Whoever you are, you know you be tripping sometimes. You know. And it's like sometimes, like for me, I'll calm myself to the car.
You don't got no frustrating with me. Come on out there.
I'm just in a mood, and I don't know why. I'm just like, why? What's wrong with me? Like, why the sun shining? Ain't sun. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just get in a funk about stuff.
Come on,
you got enough. You have enough stuff within yourself that you got to dig in and figure out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a lot.
True.
It's a lot, man.
So y'all, execution is key. Start with you. Whenever you want to execute or start taking steps.
Thank you, Sabrina.
The first thing to do, let me check in with myself. Let me check in with myself and keep doing that. It's not a one-time thing. It's an ongoing, continuous thing. Because that thing that you've been mad at your husband about for 5 years, you start checking in with yourself, you might be like, damn, I was wrong this whole time.
And sometimes
I might tell him, but I might not.
And the thing is, don't even get me started on the memes. But the thing is, sometimes the stuff that you mad about, you do the same thing, and that could be the problem. Like you
don't see yourself.
And you don't see yourself because you don't realize he got it from you.
Or vice versa.
She got it from you.
Y'all remember that commercial in the 80s or the 90s? That boy was smoking and his daddy said, where'd you get this from? He said, I learned about watching you, okay? He said, I learned about watching you.
Yeah.
Same thing.
So the same thing. And sometimes what pisses you off is the thing that you were doing that they picked up is a reflection of you seeing yourself, which makes you not like it even more.
Just like with your kids.
Right. You're basically looking at a mirror reflection of the thing about yourself that you don't even like.
Right. That's true.
Which is a whole nother issue.
That's a whole other thing.
You know what I'm saying?
So,
I think you got some comments.
Execute, y'all. Execute. She said, come on, that's good stuff. Thank you. She said, yes. Came to coach, said, yes. Remember the covenant. Hey, y'all, I didn't know y'all was here. Hey. And then the sister said, yeah, I be tripping. And then remember the covenant said, you do know. All the way tripping. Y'all make, what she say? What did he say? Y'all make sick, got me think. He said, make me sick, got me thinking. She said, okay, Damon, calm down now. I did not come on this live to be personally.
I'm talking about me. Sis, it's me.
Oh my God, but you see how we can so easily see ourselves in these situations. And this is what our prayer is just that hopefully just one person, just one thing that we say could just open the dialogue, create a dialogue for you and your husband, or just even open the door inside your own mind and be like, you know what? Do I do that? Do I be doing that? You know what I'm saying? Maybe I need to, you know what I mean? But for me, I'll say the biggest piece for me in our marriage was the vulnerability piece from my past. It was really hard for me to be vulnerable. I didn't like it. He said something that hurt my feelings. I wouldn't even tell him because I didn't want to seem weak. I didn't want to seem like I cared.
And I didn't know I hurt her feelings because she was hard.
Y'all, for years. Do you understand?
Because I thought I was just joking. I was just joking. And the first time I saw her cry, I was like, is she be crying?
It was like seeing the snow in Texas.
It was. It happened every 5 years.
And I'll give y'all an example of, like, for instance, with him, one of the things that I can't stand that he does is, like, if I ask him a question, y'all may even notice on his live, sometimes he take these pauses and it's like, okay, are you gonna, hello? You gonna say, I may ask him, can you pass me that water? And it'll be like, you want the water? It'll be like, oh my God, that drives me so crazy. But what I realize is I've picked up that habit and I hate it. I hate that so much. But what's crazy is I only do it to him. I don't do that to anybody, but I notice when he asks me stuff sometimes, I won't say nothing for 10 seconds. But it doesn't seem to bother him because I guess this is, yeah, dude, depending on what it is, it bothers him. He'll be like, did you hear what I said? I'll be want to be like,
I'll be
now you
acknowledging.
see how
I'll be acknowledging though.
But I just gave that funny example to say, like,
shots fired now.
Sometimes we do pick up habits from the other person that we don't even want. I don't want to do that. I don't, because I used to be quick with the answers. Nope, yep, no, you ain't doing that. That's good, great, bye, you know. But y'all execute, take action, take steps, change your mind, make sure that your that light keep changing for some reason. I don't know, I don't like that. Change your mind. Be mindful of who you're talking to, what you listening to. When you wake up in the morning, what are you thinking about? Put it on your vision board. Whatever it is, I want my marriage to be like the best that I could ever think about, or whatever. But make sure that you wanting your marriage to be about like a perception of someone,
right?
Not them, because you don't know what really goes on in someone's
behind closed doors,
in their four walls. It's all perception. So the way that I perceive these people, I would like for my marriage to be really like the perception that I have of them, even though that I know that that probably ain't even how they really are. That's how I want my marriage to be, so on and so forth. But I done got hot. This hair made me sweat. I'm laughing.
What's up, T?
This light is on, and I ain't got no fan today. My kids act like they don't hear me.
And she keep flicking his hair.
Cause it's hot. It's on my neck. It's on my neck.
You got a hot neck.
Yeah. Yes. Oh my God. Oh, I see Tanisha. Hey, Tanisha. Hey, y'all on Facebook. I done see the people come in.
Teresa just came in.
Hey, T. Hey,
Nikita,
girl.
Sabrina.
But so does anybody have any questions? We've been on here clowning for a little bit, but does anybody have any questions? Thank y'all so much for the interaction, for the hearts, for the comments. This is what we love, that we live for this. But yeah, so if y'all have any questions, go ahead and be typing them in.
Because we've got some special announcements right now. We've been forgetting about this. Teresa, one of our sponsors.
They hit different for real. She talking about the hot flashes. It ain't.
That's because of the Android, Teresa.
Boy, bye.
That's an inside thing. She gonna say something.
It's the Lord reward me with these blessed years of life.
So check this out, y'all. We had a sponsor that we've been having this stuff for a long time, and we want to give some of this. It's been long enough.
It's about a month.
It's been more than a month.
No, because I will talk about it.
So anyway, Big Toe Seasonings.
Can they see? Because they're light.
Okay. Let me see.
It's hard to see.
Okay, so we got some free samples of Big Toe Seasonings that we want to give out. Shout out to Sakina with Big Toe Seasonings. Thank you so much. We're gonna ask 3 questions because we got some packs to give out, right? So once y'all answer the question, we just gonna mail these joints to y'all, okay? And then we got one big announcement after this.
He's talking about Johnny. Talking about y'all make me sick. I gotta go look at my wife and hug her now.
Well, we have done our job, sir.
Yes, thank you, Johnny. Just one.
So okay.
Where did these questions from?
I'm just it ain't nothing hard. So y'all, 3 people, tell us one of the points that we talked about tonight.
That ain't no good question. That's very not pointed.
No, it is. No, it's not, because I said what it was. Okay,
ain't nobody taking notes.
Easy? Okay, let me make it easier then. Sharpen your what?
All I know is I was not a good test taker. I didn't like school like this, so I'm gonna be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Anybody?
I asked this.
Okay, go ahead.
We've been saying this. Execution starts with what?
Teresa.
No, right?
Girl, crazy. No.
Execution starts with who or what?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Competence, execution. Look at the senses. Skills.
Oh, I got it. You know vision. What? Okay, I'm finna make it real easy. Okay, Julie, you get one. She said yourself.
Yep.
That's one for Julia. Make sure you message us. We'll send that to you. Okay, For the other two, we're gonna make this real easy. Give us one of the acronyms for CRAVE.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
CRAVE, CRAVE. At the beginning of every broadcast, we always go over what CRAVE is. Two more people give us the two of the things for the acronym of CRAVE, and then y'all will sing y'all.
She said, "Please make it easy."
CRAVE. We done been over it for the last 17 weeks.
Drum roll, please. She told y'all get it together. But this thing is clocking, so they may be coming in faster than what I know.
Are you connected to the Wi-Fi?
No, I'm never connected to Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Respect, yeah.
Miss Rockham. Oh, that's Ro. Okay, we got you, Ro. That's one.
I'm gonna tell y'all, this season
they buckling,
they are
y'all.
good. They really are good.
Black-owned businesses up
they
in
really
here.
Are good.
So we'll so for whoever wins, y'all just message us an address and we'll get these in the mail to you.
Yeah, because they're good. Value.
Okay, Yay! There's 3. All right, we got our 3 winners.
There we go.
Clap it up. Woo! Congratulations, CRAVE. Communication, respect, attraction,
value, execution.
Enigma. Johnny, we might send you one because you be consistent with us. So
you talking about I listen, I deserve one. I listen.
We got extra. Let
me ask your wife if you listen. I'm gonna ask her.
He be listening to us. That's what he's saying. He got our back. We're gonna send you some. He take care of us. We're gonna take care of him.
I'm on her
side. All right. So check this out. So we got that out.
I'm bringing bugs.
Bro, I'm trying to send it to you, man.
Matter of fact, we might need this. Hey,
yeah, we might.
Just talking about some ants today. We ain't playing them games. Oh, y'all check out Divinity Pest Service, Divinity_Pest_Service on Instagram. Or what are you on Facebook, John? Are you just Johnny? Or you Divinity Pest Service?
Pest Control, I think.
Do you have a page on?
He does
on Facebook.
Yeah, if y'all need pest control, he got y'all covered. Excellent service.
For those of you guys who have commercial, services and commercial businesses, he does a lot of commercial work. So
yeah,
he big timing now. He big timing up on us, on our boys.
All right, so here's the special announcement. I'm glad y'all stuck in with us. The 25th.
Yes.
January 25th, we are going to start our first broadcast series entitled Marriage Keys, and we're going to be doing our first celebrity interview that's going to go and it's going to be posted on January 25th. Now check this out, y'all. For our people that are on Instagram, it's not going to be on Instagram, so you're going to have to either
but we can upload it. We can upload it to Instagram.
No, you can't.
Why you can't?
You can't upload to Instagram.
You can't upload a video. You can upload to IGTV, baby. Yes.
Okay, we'll figure it out. Anyway, I'm trying to drive people to our YouTube channel. So what we want you to do is go to our YouTube channel and subscribe to Marriage is Real and to our Facebook page, Marriage is Real. We are going to be interviewing. You finna do it?
Mm-hmm, go ahead.
Okay. We're going to be interviewing Robert from The Cosby Show.
His name is Dondre Whitfield.
We're going to be interviewing him on January 25th.
But if anybody remembers The Cosby Show, Vanessa's boy, the one she was in love with, and they was like, Robert. I love The Cosby Show. But yeah, so he was Vanessa's boyfriend on The Cosby Show. And ended up becoming one of her good friends. And so he used to be on the show all the time. But y'all will probably recognize him. I think he's been on like All My Children. He was on Queen Sugar. So he's written a book called Male versus Man. Great book for men, but I read it, so it was good for women too. But thank you, Johnny.
And we're sharing the actual flyer for the event on our Facebook streams. No worries, because we're going to get all this posted and everything out there on Instagram and everything. So January 25th at 7:30.
Save the day.
Save the day.
Yeah, so you should have put on here YouTube. You should have put Facebook and YouTube on there, so you can post it to Instagram.
Oh, I can fix it.
Okay. Well,
it ain't live yet.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So
Thank
we're excited.
So
we're going to be doing marriage keys. So what's going to be happening is we've got interviews that are going to be happening over the next few months. And so marriage keys is basically us talking to people about keys to what they've done to be successful in their marriage.
Mm-hmm. Tips to long lasting, successful, thriving marriages. So him and his wife, I think, have been married 20-some years, 20, I think it's been over 20.
I think it's been like it's close to 20.
It have been. So we were setting up, interviews with people now. So it's marriage keys. This was a play on words, like major keys is marriage keys. I was gonna call it tips to the city, keys to the city. That's what it should have been called. Keys to the city.
It should have been marriage keys. Major keys, marriage keys.
Nobody know what that is.
Yes, they do. They do now because we just told them.
No, still. It's gonna be live. It is gonna be. We're gonna live-ish. Let's just say that.
But for the thing we want to make sure you guys do, please go subscribe to our YouTube. Go subscribe and join our Facebook page. That's Marriage is Real, because we're not going to post it on our personal pages. It's going to be on our platforms.
What happened? It seems like it's still live, but it's okay. Yeah. It's just, I guess it's behind on my phone.
Yep. So, I don't know if anybody has any questions. Does anybody? Oh, we got a comment. Let's see what the comment is. Yeah, that's right. Thank you, T, from Queen Sugar.
Yeah, I said that.
Oh. Okay, Queen Sugar then.
Yep, Queen Sugar.
That's a good show too.
It is, and I don't know if did it end? Did it end? Because like when they go to like for a new season, I be getting lost. I'm like, did it end? Did it come back? Because I'm not a big TV watcher, so I just be like, what happened?
So, but does anybody have any questions? Because if not, we're gonna let y'all go, so we can go get something to eat. Y'all pray for me. I'm trying to lose this quarantine weight. It is. I want some with cheese right now.
Oh man. All right, y'all. So we're gonna go. Thank y'all so much for tuning in.
Thank y'all. We really appreciate everybody. So y'all enjoy the rest of y'all week. Stay safe. Anybody that won, send us. You can DM us your address to where we can send your gifts, or you can email us at marriageisreal@gmail.com if you feel more comfortable with that. Yeah. But send it to us and we'll get it in the mail, and then y'all can buy. Hey man, thank you, girl. I can't wait till we can come down there and see y'all set up.
Yes, I can't wait till this panoramic is over. This is what the kids say. It's a panoramic. Yeah, but yeah, I'm ready for that too. Thank y'all for what y'all do as well, Made for Marriage. Love y'all's content as well. Tell the missus I say hello. Yeah, I'm not sure which one of y'all this is, but hey y'all. So I guess we're gonna on that note, we're gonna go. It's been about an hour and 15 minutes. What do you do? I got this.
Oh, I didn't know you had that over there. I was wondering why that thing kept moving.
All right, y'all.
Y'all have a good night. Thank y'all.
Deuces and trays. Swap,